Welcome to the new era. Today I'll be talking about the IPL and how it is spot fixed. We cover up the huge betting market behind the scenes. So I'll be giving you all some examples this year's IPL alone and maybe the last year's final as well. During the stretches in both the matches, the umpires have made really weird decisions. For example, when Klaasen's gloves were in front, it was a no ball, but according to the rules of the game, when the batsman has left the field, in the end turned out to be in MI's favor. So in the next match in Uppal against MI, Ishan literally walked out, or he didn't even walk out, but the umpire initially gave it wide, and it wasn't even an appeal from the bowlers, and but the umpire just changed his decision right there, and Ishan just walked out, didn't even take the review, and later they found out that it wasn't even anywhere close to the bat. And the other thing is, these batters in SRH, they play T20 in test matches in the Australian pitches, and you're telling me they go like that on like full tosses or like normal short length balls and they get caught out. It's the most bogus thing ever. And now we're coming to MI versus DC. So the DC were winning the match since the start, and right at the end there were three back-to-back runouts out of nowhere. Like these batters, they're experienced, they play internationally, and they somehow messed it up in the last 3 overs and got themselves out. Like how? How do you do that? If it wasn't like obviously match fixed in terms of the billion-dollar betting market out there behind the scenes. And now we're coming to RCB vs MI and RCB vs CSK. Everybody expected MI and CSK to win the match, as always, since they haven't won in their home grounds in like a decade or over that. So during these matches, the betting market is one-sided. Like most people would bet on CSK or MI to win the match against RCB, which creates a huge loss for the betting market. IPL is spot fixed in that way to avoid the huge losses because they're worth like billions. Each catch drop and each catch is worth like billions right there. So now hiding the evidence. MI versus LSG, the recent one where Rishabh Pant appealed for a stumping but the umpire just ignored him. He didn't even take it upstairs. Like even though Rishabh Pant literally like appealed for it, they didn't even show the replay. I mean, it's the most obvious thing ever at this point because they're not even trying to hide it, but at the same time they are trying to hide it. Last year's final, SRH versus KKR, the music artist Drake, he bet $250,000 on KKR to win, and bro doesn't even know what cricket stands for or what IPL stands for, and he literally bet on KKR to win. That's the most obvious thing at this point. I mean, but yeah, it makes sense when you think about it. Like IPL's main point is to make money and entertainment. It's basically like WWE, but at least WWE are honest that they're like scripted. But IPL, I mean, I don't think all the matches are spot fixed, but there are matches. There are a lot of matches, especially at the start and especially at the end. There are a lot of matches that are spot fixed like this to avoid the losses from the bettings and stuff. And the primary website or primary market for the betting is stake. And in stake, the transactions are literally crypto, meaning they're not traceable. Even if someone tries, like the cash flow is just not traceable at all. So during those strategic timeouts, the coaches and people come onto the field and they talk about stuff. I mean, like, it's definitely not a strategic timeout because you got 2 minutes strategic plan that you're gonna make in 2 minutes, and you can observe the fact that whenever there is a timeout, you either observe wickets falling out of nowhere or like the out of form batsman suddenly getting form and then literally like shitting on the bowlers. And to sum it all up, the major sponsor of IPL is literally a betting app, Dream 11. It's basically a gambling app, just like Stake and the other betting apps controlling the IPL. So yeah, that's for this video. Let me know down your thoughts, comment section below, and I will try to reply to each and every one of you. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again next.